Hi there, new families. I'm Christy Zacco. I'm the principal here at Grandview Middle School, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch our virtual orientation. We know this isn't the same as being in person, but I'm hopeful that you'll find it still very informative, maybe even a little more convenient for your family. I have a fourth grader too. I know they can be busy this time of year too. But thank you either way for taking the time to tune in and to learn a little bit more about all the things we have in store to make sure fifth grade and middle school goes really well for your kids. We're really excited to have them. Note that this is just one of a few things that we're going to do to help with that transition. So even though this is virtual, there will be other in-person opportunities as our year progresses. So again, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and slide into my presentation just to share a couple things about this welcome video, some things I wanted to share with you. So the things we're going to talk about here today are just some of the things we're most proud of and how to navigate the virtual slideshow that you're going to be getting. So I'm not going to cover everything in one really long video, but rather have several episodes for you to select from. That way, if there are things that don't pertain to you, you can kind of skip over those. So the things we're most proud of here at Grandview is, first of all, our academics. It's no secret that West Tonka schools have strong academics, but in order to have those strong results, you really have to have great supports in place so that all kids, no matter where they are, can learn at a high level. And you're going to learn later on, as you continue watching, that Grandview does indeed have both academic high standards, opportunities for all types of learners, but supports for those kids too when they're struggling. In addition to that, I know middle school can be a little scary for kids, but the reality is Grandview's incredibly safe, and our kids do feel secure and as though they belong at this school. We monitor how kids are feeling all the time, and we do surveys a couple of times a year to make sure they're feeling safe, secure, and connected at Grandview. So the work that we do both in a preventative way by the programming and that we offer and the relationships that we build are part of that. Another is just dedicated staff to help make sure kids are feeling safe, secure, and supported. And you're going to meet them later on as well. In addition to that, parent involvement is still key in the middle school. I know some people think that that's something reserved for the elementary school, but the reality is we still need and love and adore our parent volunteers. Whether you can volunteer regularly or even if it is just maybe once or twice a year at a bigger event, we will take you. We rely on our parents to help be a successful middle school. Also, I just need to acknowledge my staff. You know, you don't get great results without a really talented staff. Over 90% of our staff have master's degrees or better in education. They've been doing this a long time. They work well together, and they really like kids. They enjoy working with kids, and you're going to find that as soon as you have the chance to meet them in person, that they're the kind of people you want your kids to have as teachers. Also, our communication. There's just going to be a ton of ways that you are going to be able to keep tabs on your kids and communicate with the staff at Grandview. Not only do we send email alerts out a couple times a month, Schoology is a great way to find out what exactly our kids have due the next day, what they're covering in their classes. Family Access Gradebook now becomes live 24/7. So if you're wondering how did they do on that assessment, you can log in and find out right away. And all of that helps to make sure that our kids are achieving great academic success and getting the support that they need. In addition to that, I just like to point out our PRIDE acronym. You're going to be seeing this a lot over the next couple of years. At the elementary schools, they use SOAR as a part of their PBIS program, and we use PRIDE. So just like at the elementaries, we remind kids what the acronyms mean, and we teach them about it, and we also celebrate it when we see it at school. So like they have SOAR slips at the elementary, we have PRIDE passes at the middle school. We have great kids, and PRIDE just really helps us reinforce that. So what you're going to get in your email is something that looks like this, the GMS Flicks website. And our goal in doing this was to be able to, or to allow parents to be able to self-select those episodes that they want more details on. So when you click in, and actually I'm going to click out of this, and show you what this looks like live. There I am again. All right. We have several different seasons, just like let me back up here, just like on Netflix. So, yes, feel free to binge watch. Feel free to pop some popcorn and kick back and watch these super engaging presentations. So, each of these pictures are going to be a link to something else. It might be a video, it might be a slideshow, it might be a flip grid of interviews, but behind each of them is going to be more information that you might want. So if you click into this, you can see my computer is slow, probably because of all those tabs, but it's pulling us into a YouTube video from parents. So you can click on that if that's something that you're wanting to learn more about. So season 1 is getting to know all of us. Season 2 is curriculum and schedule, grading, supports and intervention, and registration information. Season 3 is about our music programs. And season 4 is about special education, our Chromebook initiative, our Gates and enrichment. And this link will actually take you to a survey. We want to know what you think of this format. Some of you watching this have done this several times, and we want to know, compared to your previous experiences, if you liked this format, if you preferred it, if you prefer in person. We want to just make sure that for future years we're doing what parents are wanting, and get that you're getting what you need to help make sure that your kids are ready for middle school. And so that's what the presentation coming home for you is going to look like. I'll slip back into this. All right. So a few final things. So we're not all business here at Grandview. We know that Grandview needs to be fun too, and we offer a lot of opportunities for that. So if your kids slipped out of the video of my video right now during the boring parts, have them come back in, because there are some things for them to be really excited about, like our field trips. Typically we take 2 a year, both at the semester break and the end of the year. Here was Brunswick Zone, and we've done Valley Fair as well. We also celebrate homecoming, and we have some special events here at Grandview for homecoming. Dress-up days are always fun. You can see these are from a year ago because there is no masking in these pictures, but those are always fun. We do those a couple times a year. What we take very serious around here is our Halloween party. Now, we don't do the Halloween parade like at the elementary school, but we have a weekend Halloween party that is one of the first and best opportunities for parents to get involved. We need a ton of parent volunteers for this. In fact, I would say if you love Halloween, email me, because I'll get you on a committee right now for this. And as you can see by these costumes, we do not mess around. We take our Halloween costumes very seriously. We have a winter blast party, a spring fling party. Again, homecoming has some special events that we do too, all sorts of fun stuff. So there's just a lot of ways that Grandview is going to be not only all about school, but it's going to be all about fun as well. This particular day was not so fun for me, but most days really are. So coming home soon, you are going to get some paper with a letter from me and some information just about Grandview, some of our success stories that we'd like to share with you. And with that, you'll also get a registration form. Again, there's an episode on registration. That form will have the courses we recommend for your child. Ultimately, you select what you want to select. Your child will bring that back to school, and we will plug those course recommendations into Skyward here at school. So it's the first time they kind of enter these in themselves, but that's why we want to make sure that those forms get viewed at home and that you make any changes from the recommendations so we get those in accurately. So expect to see a packet of papers coming home here. Probably both schools are doing it a little differently, but in the near future. I think your 4th grade teachers will let you know when that's coming. So last but not least, what's next? Again, those registration forms, once you get them, the turnaround time, we ask for those to come back usually within a week, and we will register the kids at school, usually around spring break. Then my staff will come to go to the 2 primary schools to visit. Usually it's a couple of us, a few web leaders, and a few students to just answer questions and say a little bit more about Grandview. You'll expect a welcome back letter mid-August welcoming you to Grandview with some more information. And those important schedules will be online. Typically, we get those live in Family Access in about July. They are final during open house. Sometimes we have to make a few changes. Our open house is on the calendar for Tuesday, August 31st from 3 to 6. That's when parents and students can come in open house style. They can try their lockers, they can meet their teachers, they can put their supplies in their locker, that sort of thing. Our web orientation, which stands for Where Everybody Belongs, is going to be on Wednesday, September 1st from 8 until noon. That's just for kids. And that is actually a great opportunity. It's for kids by kids. So our 7th grade leaders, so kids volunteer to be 7th grade leaders. They will work with kids in smaller groups, new kids in smaller groups, to get to know one another, to get familiar with Grandview, to learn some tips about being a middle schooler. What's wonderful about this is that the kids are put into groups based on their morning meeting. So that very first day of school, they will have already met at least 10 kids from their morning meeting. And that in itself has really helped that first day of school kind of alleviate some of those first day of school jitters. So if you're planning vacation and you can be back by September 1st, that would be great. If you miss it, don't worry. Our teachers still offer a lot of connection activities and help the kids out a ton those first weeks of school to make sure they get to where they need to be and that they understand their schedule. But it is still a nice experience if you can make it work. All right, I forgot that's a different episode. So with that, I just want to again say thank you to our parents. We are super excited to have you joining us here at Grandview next year. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.